video demonstrates how to use the Course Outline Builder to create a course outline to share with learners. A course outline includes basic information about a course, such as the title, level, description, course units, maybe information about assessment and participation, and details about the schedule. Typically, it's given to learners at the beginning of a course. This is the Quartz dashboard. It allows us to go directly to any part of Quartz by clicking on one of the icons. Let's go to the Course Outline Builder. The home page displays a list of all the course outlines you've created. I've created 2. You can view, edit, or delete any of them. You can also choose the order of how to list them, for example by date or alphabetically by course name. You can build a new course outline by clicking Build a Course. The left panel lists all the steps in the Course Outline Builder. Some steps have a white marker next to them. The markers show us what steps we're on in the builder. Notice that there are question marks beside each step. Clicking on the question mark displays the explanation of the step, and clicking on the X closes the window and brings you back to the builder. The first step is to name my course. As I enter the name, it appears here above my builder workspace. The next step is to select the skills and CLB ranges my course addresses. In this step, we enter a course description, which should match the course description in Hearts. We can type it or copy and paste it from a Word document. Again, the left panel keeps track of what step we're on. The Course Outcome step allows us to highlight the main outcome of the course in a sentence or two. If we like, we could bold, italicize, underline, or add bullets or numbering to our text. This next step involves listing the units, topics, or themes the course will address. Notice that there's a blue Samples button here. That means that I can browse or select from sample unit names. There are sample units in 3 contexts: community, work, and study. I could click on any of these unit names and they would automatically be populated into my Builder text box. But I'd prefer to write my own unit titles, so I'll click on the X to close the window. Now I'll write my own unit titles. This is a speaking course, so I'll include a unit called Talking About Your Home and Neighborhood. Then I'll click on Add to add another unit. Okay, I've skipped ahead and added a few unit titles. Now I can click on Save and Continue. So before we go further, let's look at how these magnifying glass icons work. If I want to be reminded of what I entered in a previous step, I could use the Previous Step button here. But if I don't want to interrupt my workflow, I could also just click on the magnifying glass icon beside the step. A window pops up with the information I entered, so I can quickly review it. The next step involves including information about how or when I'll assess learners. If I click on Add, a text entry box appears, and so does a Samples button. I'll select the one about the portfolio, then click on the X to close the window. So now it's been transferred to the text box. I could reword or delete it if I wanted to. In the next step, I can specify what I expect of learners. I can click on the question mark to get an explanation of the step, or click on the samples. Okay, I've entered a couple of expectations, so let's go to the next step. The final few steps cover practical course details. I can specify whether the course is in class, online, or through a combination of the two. We can specify the course start and end date and the schedule. Then I can specify dates the class is not running, add the ESL Center name, address, and room number, the instructor's name, and other details I want to include. Then I press Save, and Quartz generates the Quartz outline for me. And this is the course outline. We can review it and can click on the Edit button to revise any of the sections. We can also use these green buttons to go directly to the Unit Outline Builder to build a unit outline for any of the units. This course outline is now saved in my private list of course outlines. But if I want to print it for learners, I can click on the print icon. Even though it's saved in my private Quartz space, I can also save it as a PDF on my own computer by using the Change button here and saving it as a PDF.